The whole world and all its treasures and the sea, air, and earth were here when you were born. Begin to think of the untold and undiscovered riches all around you. Everyone is an inlet and outlet to all that is. And the mind of man and the mind of God are one, for there's only one mind. Decide now to engrave in your subconscious mind the idea of wealth. Ideas are conveyed to the subconscious by repetition, faith, and expectancy. By repeating a thought pattern or an act over and over again, it becomes automatic, and your subconscious being compulsive, you will be compelled to express wealth. You must believe in what you're affirming, like you believe that when you put seeds in the ground, they grow after their kind. And the seeds are thoughts deposited in your own subconscious mind. Realize that what you are affirming is like the apple seeds you deposit in the ground, and they grow after their kind. I am now writing in my subconscious mind the idea of God's wealth. God is the source of my supply, and I know God is the life principle within me, and I know I'm alive. And all my needs are met at every moment of time and point of space. God's wealth flows freely, joyously, and ceaselessly into my experience, and I give thanks for God's riches forever circulating in my experience. This is the master key to wealth. So follow it, and you're setting the law of opulence in operation. It will work for you as well as for anybody else. The law of mind is no respecter of persons. Your thoughts make you wealthy or poor. Choose the riches of life, right here and right now. Your subconscious mind accepts your convictions, what you really believe. So believe in God's wealth and God's riches, which are all around you, by the way. We don't need to work on conditions, we need only to work on ourselves. The only place we can cure our lack and limitation is in our own mind. Be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind. Once you convince your deeper mind that you have the thing you want, it will proceed immediately to bring it to pass. But here is a truth about the laws of your mind. Your deeper mind accepts as a fact whatever you repeat to it in convincing tones. Once your subconscious accepts the statement as a fact, it proceeds to do everything possible to bring riches to you. God gave you richly all things to enjoy. God made you rich, why then are you poor? There is a presence and a power within you, and you can use it. And you can stir up, as Paul says, the gift of God within you. For God is the giver and the gift, and everything has been given to you. And therefore you can tune in and claim guidance, right action, beauty, love, peace, abundance, security. You can say to yourself, well, God's ideas unfold within me, bringing me harmony, health, peace, and joy. Just sit down quietly and say, God reveals to me new creative ideas, original, wonderful ideas, which bless humanity in countless ways. And then watch the wonderful ideas come to you. And they will come, because when you call, it answers. Constantly affirm, feel, and believe that God multiplies your good exceedingly, and you will be enriched every moment of the day, spiritually, mentally, intellectually, financially, and socially. For there's no end to the glory of man for his daily living. Watch the wonders that will happen as you impress these truths in your subconscious mind. Let these truths sink into your subconscious, and they will, and they are. And you're engraving them. And the more often you do this, well, the quicker you will impregnate your deeper mind. You'll experience a glorious future in a financial way, in every way too. Watch your thoughts. Never talk about economic lack and limitation. Never talk about being poor or in want. It is very foolish to talk to your neighbors or relatives about hard times, financial problems, and like matters. Count your blessings. Begin to think prosperous thoughts. Talk about the divine riches present everywhere. Realize that the feeling of wealth produces wealth. I live in the joyous expectancy of the best, and invariably the best comes to me.